Hi, I'm Brent Sinclair and welcome to Knight Frank's Property Update. Today I'm joined by Mayor Ryan Palmer, who's here to talk about the key economic drivers for the Port Stephens area and the $1 billion investment in the Williamtown Aviation and Defence Hub. Thanks for joining us today, Mr Mayor.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Now, Port Stephens Council have just released their investment prospectus outlining the key strengths and opportunities for the Port Stephens area. So, why should people and businesses be investing in the Port Stephens area?
Well, I might be a little bit biased and I think it's the best place on earth, but I don't think that's what we're here to talk about today. But as you said, we've just released our investment prospectus for Port Stephens, which is extremely exciting. Here, as a council, we want to encourage investment into our area and into the wider Hunter region. So, as you mentioned, Williamtown is high on the agenda for us, and we want to build that area as a defence and aerospace and aviation precinct. And you're right in that $1 billion investment into Astra Aerolab, but we've also seen the state government come out and declare a special activation precinct over Williamtown as well. So lots of exciting opportunities there coming, the growth of the airport, Tomago growing, Kings Hill about to come online. We've seen a lot of residential growth in the area as well around Medowie there. So there's lots of opportunities across Port Stephens and really exciting times.
Yeah, excellent. And one of the most exciting growth areas is the Aviation and Defence Hub at Williamtown. Can you talk us through that investment pipeline and what it does mean for the region?
Well, it's pretty exciting. When you think about Port Stephens, you probably think about beautiful beaches, sand dunes, koalas, but when I think about Port Stephens, I see this opportunity coming there at Williamtown. We have got 75% of Australia's F-35 fleet, so that is we talked about $1 billion before, but when you talk about the F-35s, that's a $1.4 trillion program worldwide. So it's not going anywhere. It's going to be something that is going to deliver for many, many years to come. We're talking about a 50-year program there, and that's why that investment in Williamtown now is so important from us at a local level, but also attracting investment from outside the region and hopefully getting those dollars flowing and those jobs building into our region, which will be great for the Hunter region. So when you're looking at Williamtown there and the Defence, Aviation and Aerospace precinct there, we're already seeing the lead-in work being built. We've already had the commitment from the state government, as I say, for the special activation precinct, which brings with itself hundreds of millions of dollars of state government investment into that area. So it's not just talk. When you go out there, it's actually happening on the ground, which is really exciting for those who live here and for those who are looking to invest as well, because we know that it's hot at the moment, the market's hot, and I don't think there's a better place to park your money for now, because that pipeline is there for a very long time.
Yeah, great. And you touched on it earlier, the housing projects, Medowie, Raymond Terrace are selling well, and Council have just recommended approving the first half of the 3,500 lot subdivision at Kings Hill, north of Raymond Terrace. What's driving this growth?
Well, Port Stephens is a place that people want to be, and we've had these plans for a very long time, and the reason we've come out with the investment prospectus for Port Stephens is because we're building on the strategies that have been there and are flowing through now into approvals and into building works happening as well. So when we've got the likes of, I know you've had some superstars on here in Hilton Grugeon and Jeff McCloy, and they've invested their money into the likes of Medowie and Kings Hill, and want to see these projects happen. So when we've got people on board like that who are quality investors and people who are wanting to deliver, and you've got people on the other side who are wanting to move into a beautiful spot like Port Stephens with the opportunities of the Hunter, Newcastle, and what's happening at Williamtown, I think it's the perfect storm that's making hopefully a rain investment for Port Stephens.
Yeah, great. And Port Stephens has long been established as a popular holiday destination. How's the visitor economy fared post-COVID?
It's been quite incredible. No one could have predicted it. I didn't think March 2020 we'd be having anyone in Port Stephens for a very long time, but as soon as that lockdown finished, June 1, the people started coming, and they haven't stopped coming since, which has been incredible for local business. It's been incredible as a local to see that vibe and the people wanting to move into that area, not only on a 7-day basis, but on a permanent basis. We've had a lot of people move to the area and spend a lot of time up there, and hopefully that continues for a long time. Obviously very passionate about the region in Port Stephens there, but it's been really an excellent time for the tourism industry, for local retail businesses, and I can only see that continuing as long as those overseas borders shut. We're in that Goldilocks zone of 2.5 hours from Sydney. People are either discovering or rediscovering Port Stephens. As we know, it's a popular holiday spot for many people from Sydney, and that will, I have no doubt, will continue.
Yeah, excellent. And what would you like to see happen for the Port Stephens area for the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, the growth of Williamtown is high on the agenda, and I know we've spoken about that, but when you've got those assets sitting there across at the RAF base in the F-35s, the opportunities are endless, and we've seen that flow through into our education in the local area as well. The kids are really focusing on those STEM subjects, so it's not just about providing the jobs for a untapped workforce out there. They're growing the workforce out there with our locals, with local investors as well, who are wanting to get in there, not maybe into the aviation and aerospace industry, but there's support industries that go there as well. We'd obviously love to see the tourism market continue to blossom over the next decade. We've seen some great investments in the likes of Bannister's come to Port Stephens. We've got some great restaurants around there. We've seen the country club at Shoal Bay really grow. The residential market is something that over the next few years, with Medowie already growing, I can only see that continuing, but Kings Hill coming online, that'll be huge for Raymond Terrace. Raymond Terrace is really untapped as well, and the 55 flood turned the town away from the river. We want to get people back to the river, so we don't want them flooded obviously, but we want people back in the town there, and having a development like Kings Hill go ahead and 3,500 new lots, that will be really the rise of Raymond Terrace. And then you've got Heatherbrae down the road, which we're protecting as well, a great spot there. That's our big box area, and we're protecting Heatherbrae from the Williamtown expansion there by not allowing big box development. So Heatherbrae can grow naturally as well. And then you've got Tomago down the road, which has huge excitement. We've got the new battery factory going in there, which is a $20-odd million investment there. We've got the AGL gas-fired power plant going in there. We've got the likes of Rod Henderson there at AMP Control, who've been involved in the work that they've been doing with COVID and building their capacity there to build ventilators. So they've done a great job in securing some stuff there. There's lots of stuff happening, and manufacturing is big on the agenda at a national headline. Today I see that there's a lot of activity around manufacturing, and Tomago, there is a lot of manufacturing there. So I know there's a lot there that I said, but there's a lot happening in Port Stephens, so I'm very excited about the future in the next 5 to 10 years.
Great. Thanks very much for joining us today.
No worries, thank you.
That's all from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll be sure to keep you updated throughout the year.